Come to work with me as a presenter at the Imam Hussein Charity Office. I've just woken up and I begin my day with wudu. Alhamdulillah, I have access to clean and fresh water. Now, I have to pick out a nice suit because I know that I'm fundraising. I'm going to be on camera. Hopefully this color's okay with the suit. It should be. Fine. Okay. I've got my keys. I can't forget to take out the sadaqah before I leave the house. An estimated 153 million children worldwide are orphaned. Getting into the car, the first thing I do is put on the heating. It's absolutely freezing outside. Shahr Ramadan's our busiest season. We need to crack on with meetings, film some promos, run through some scripts. And we're here at the studios, Imam Hussein, headquarters in London. This is exactly where all of the hard work happens to bring you the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam on your screens. Okay, my goodness, we've got so much to do here in preparation for the Water Wells campaign, the Iftar Pack initiative, and the Orphans campaign. The team are working massively hard. Now I need to get down to the studio as soon as possible. So we're here now. I've got the mic in place. I've got the earpiece in place so that the producer can tell me and direct me what I need to do, what I need to say, what next. I'll be honest, sometimes it's very difficult to be able to listen to them and also speak, but inshallah we'll get through it. So that's my day done at the studios. Tiring day, of course, but it'll all be worth it. See you all live on Imam Hussein TV 3 for our Ramadan appeals. Assalam.
Imam Hussein Charity is giving you the chance to provide food baskets for destitute and impoverished families all over Iraq and Afghanistan. Each basket costs around £30, $35 roughly, and can feed a family of 4. The food basket contains essentials such as flour, bread, tomato puree, oil. They get different spices as well, salt, pepper, even like cinnamon. You get lentils. You get different vegetables, meats, dates, tea, dried lemons, and not forgetting rice. Take advantage of this blessed month and help destitute and impoverished families. You can pay via bank transfer, PayPal, or visit us at www.imamhusseincharity.com.
Give the gift of a healthy meal to a family in need by donating to our Food Basket campaign.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ramadan Kareem to you all, dear viewers of Imam Hussein TV. You are watching exclusively live, coming to you from London at 8:34 p.m. UK time, Imam Hussein Charity Fundraising live event. Now, for the next about 2 hours or so, you're going to be joined and you're going to be with myself as well as the lovely Sayyid Muhsin Shah. Sayyid Muhsin, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Good to see you, Mr. Father.
Good to see you too. You're looking nice and fresh today.
I did. I needed a haircut. It's been quite a while. It's well overdue.
Good. And you're not sweating as well so far.
So far.
You're recovering.
No one's asked me to pledge yet. So,
look, it's been a pleasure to have you as alongside me. You've been a breath of fresh air for me, and you've been a great support. And hopefully, I'm supporting you as well,
definitely, Mr.
which is fantastic. Because today, brothers and sisters, as always, we are calling on you who are sitting back, nice and relaxed. You could be on your chairs, you could be on your settees, you could be on your couches, you could be on your phone, driving to the mosque or driving away from the mosque. Who knows? But you're watching, which is the most amazing thing. I wanted to reflect on something that was said yesterday, Sayyid Muhsin. And it was said yesterday after a video that we saw of a young girl who almost, she was crying because she lost her father. And there was a question that was mentioned to her. And I want to start today, and that's going to be the focus of our talk and our discussion for today. She said, when they asked her, if your father was back, what do you want from him? And she said very, very clearly, but she's also said it with tears in her eyes. She said, I don't want anything from my father. I just want him to be back. It's almost like I want to hear his voice again. I want to hear him say hello. I want to hear him say that he loves me. I want him to hug me, right? And this was coming from an orphan here today, in this year that it was recorded, right? 2022, 2023, it doesn't matter. It was today that this happened. Now, the reflection is that this similar situation happened 14 centuries ago with a young daughter, a daughter of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, who this young girl was orphaned. Let's not we forget that she was orphaned on the day of Karbala when she lost her father, she lost her uncles, she lost her brothers, she lost everyone that was dear to her, and she was left with no one but Imam Sajjad alayhi salam and Sayyidah Zainab and some of the women and children in the camp. She was hungry, she was thirsty, but she did not forget that she had to hold on to the principles of Islam that her father taught her. So similar to the young girl that we saw yesterday, and what I want you to understand and what my message is to you is that we don't want to let orphans cry at night. We don't want to let them be hungry. We want to feed them as much as possible. We want to quench their thirst as much as possible. And the only way that we can do that is through your generous donations. In terms of them donating, Sayyid, what can they donate to towards today?
Today, the 3 campaigns that we'll be doing throughout the whole of Ramadan is the iftar pack for a family, also which is £30, sponsoring an orphan, which is £50 a month, or for a water well in Pakistan, £1,400. Now, you know, you were mentioning the orphans. I managed to meet a lot of these orphans in Karbala, and let me tell you, the most saddest thing, the most heartbreaking thing is not that their parents have gone, not that they're living in poverty, is that for a lot of these children, they don't have a childhood. They have to go and work. They have to go help their mum. Wow. They don't get to play. Yeah. You know. Yeah. And this is one of the saddest things, is that kids should be kids. Kids should be running around playing, getting into trouble, messing around, being mischievous. They shouldn't be forced to go out to work. They shouldn't be forced to go and help mum pick up cardboard and plastic to recycle so that they can get some pennies, so they can get some food for the evening and so forth. And that was the most heartbreaking thing for me, meeting these children, is that, you know, they don't get to experience childhood properly. Yeah. So brothers and sisters, pick up the phone. You guys can help bring happiness, cheer, joy to these children. Inshallah. Pick up the phone, 0203 515 1122. Our volunteers are there to help.
We want to match yesterday, because yesterday we had a fantastic night of fundraising. Loads of people called in and loads of people donated. Actually, not just loads of people, but 2 or 3 children called in, and they said, look, I don't have much, but I want to, whatever's in my pocket, I want to give towards the young children. And that's what they did. So we want you to join that frenzy. We want you to join the cause so that you can make a change at home. We want the parents to tell their children, look, I'm going to pick up the phone and I'm going to speak to Sayyid Muhsin and myself, and I'm going to speak to them, and you're going to speak to them as well. And I want you as the parent to tell your children, look, those on TV, they are less fortunate than us. They don't have a childhood, as Sayyid Muhsin said. They have to work for them to be able to cover certain fees that their families have to cover, such as rent or even electricity or whatever it is that they have to.
Food.
Basic necessities like food, right? And one of the most important things that you mentioned, Sayyid Muhsin, in terms of their childhood. Look, from a personal point of view, I have 2 kids. I have a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I can't even begin to imagine. If, la samahallah, something like that was to happen to them and what they would go through. You know, if I was not around and they would have to fend for themselves, or they had to rely on their mum to be able to just have food on the table. It's an absolutely horrendous situation to be in, and that's what we want you to be able to help today.
Inshallah, you know, this is the month of Imam Ali alayhi salam. We remember Amir al-Mu'mineen and his legacy, and Amir al-Mu'mineen is known as the father of the orphans. Brothers and sisters, pick up the phones, 0203 515 1122. You can go onto the website, www.imamhusseincharity.com. Should be a QR code over there somewhere.
Yeah.
That'll take you straight to the website. You can...
Speaking of QR codes, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday my mother messaged me personally, and she said, I want to donate £50 to the orphans. I explained to her in Arabic the process of how to do it. My sister, who was sitting with her, she recorded My mother almost like saying, okay, this is what I do first, okay. And then she went to the camera, she goes, okay, what do I do next? So she was listening to me live. So it was such a simple process for her that even someone who doesn't speak English was able to donate to the cause. So it's very, very simple. All you need to do is, if you're watching this show through YouTube, but you've connected it to the TV, you can get out of the YouTube app, go to your camera, take a picture of the QR code, which should be around here somewhere, right? And then it will take you straight to the website for you to be able to donate. It's a very, very simple process. Now, on that note, what we mentioned in terms of seeing the orphans and your experiences with them, we do have a very, very short video which we want to show you, which actually begins to depict or show their smiles when they do receive something that they need. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
These orphans need your help and require your assistance. Don't let any of these orphans go hungry this Ramadan. Please donate.
Don't let this be the end. Keep the hope alive.
Imam
Welcome back, dear viewers. As you've seen, it was a very, very heartfelt video. Sayyid Mohsin, what was the video all about?
So the video was showing the iftar pack that we were giving people there, donating. Iftar packs were getting ready and moving, and we're passing them on and delivering them to those in need. And then there was one child who was expecting a pack. Unfortunately, no one donated.
Oh wow.
So I couldn't give him a pack. I looked, I was there with him. He's like, have you come to deliver? I was like, yeah, where's the pack? They said, sorry, someone didn't donate.
Wow.
And therefore, he missed out on the pack.
Wow, poor guy, poor guy.
So,
well, look, that's the situation that we're in. We can only, Imam Hussein Charity can only give what means that they have. And sometimes it's just not enough. And the realistic, the reality behind that is what you've seen in the videos. Some children do get and some children don't, which we don't want that to be the case, because we want as much funds as possible to create as many boxes, as many iftar packs as possible, so that no kid is left behind, no kid is left empty-handed, and that's the main cause for today. Said, we have a competition every day.
Yes.
Right.
Yesterday we had how many surahs named after animals?
How many surahs are named after animals in the Quran?
Do you have the answers?
Now, the answers I can name.
Off the top of my head, we have the cow.
Yep.
There's the spider.
Yep.
There's the ant.
Yep.
The bee.
Yes.
And what else is there? I think cattle as well.
The cattle.
Is there any more?
An'am. There's
feel. Elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah, the elephant.
So that's a 6.
6.
Yeah, that's a 6. We got the 6. Cool. So in terms of the winner, we always mention every single show that the competition is yesterday, but the winner is revealed today. So those of you who applied yesterday by sending in your donations to WhatsApp, you will then be registered into a raffle, and that raffle, we've selected one name at random, and the winner for today, or yesterday's competition, is Mehdi Jawad.
MashaAllah.
Mehdi Jawad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. If my memory corrects me, he called in.
He's the one from North, isn't he?
He called in.
He called in, Mehdi Jawad from Hull.
Yeah, he did.
We know him, we know his brother, I know his dad. His mum also called in, by the way. Mehdi Jawad, his mum called in as well. So it's been, I think she called on another show, but it's not this one. But in any case, Mehdi Jawad, you are the winner of one of these jewelry packs, which we'll show later on in the show. For today, Sayyid Mohsin, what's the question?
The question for today is, alright, so I was speaking to producers, so because we didn't want to make it too easy and then too hard and so forth, so we had to reword this a couple of times. So the question is, which of the holy prophets could speak to animals?
Okay. Which of the holy prophets could speak to animals? That's your question for today. In order to enter, you have until the next episode to send in your answers to the WhatsApp with proof of your donation. Minimum £5 entry, and the winner will be revealed in tomorrow's show. Tomorrow we are going to be starting at 8:30 UK time. Once again, so tune in tomorrow. If you're applying today, tune in tomorrow.
Should we give him a clue?
No, this should be an easy one, Sayyid.
Well, technically, all the prophets could speak to animals.
But the most famous one, let's just say.
It's in the Quran.
It's in the Quran.
It's in the Quran.
The most famous one.
Yeah.
So they've asked me to show some of the jewelry gifts.
No
so
problem.
why not?
We have.
So these are up for grabs.
Pendants. That's the.
We have a Ayat al-Tathir pendant. Don't know if they want to.
A bit lower.
A bit lower. Yeah.
Can you fit that one next to it? Hope it doesn't drop out.
And that one is Qamar
Yeah,
Bani
Qamar
Hashim.
Bani Hashim. And then finally, there's the bangle.
Right. And
Hope
then
it's
you
not a
have-
black color because then you can't see it. But
Yeah. And then you have.
I'll put it on top like that.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
it.
that's perfect. You can
Yeah.
see it in reflection, I think. This is custom made for Imam Hussein Charity.
And that one has the Ziyat Ashura.
Ziyat Ashura
One of the
or
lines
extracts from
on
Ziyat
it.
Ashura on
The
this, whatever it's called.
Thank you very
What's
much.
it
Bangle.
Bangle. Okay, there we go. So that is up for grabs for those lucky winners who enter the draw. Right. So, moving on into the program, we're going to give you a quick reminder of what is available to you for you to donate. Side note, you could donate whichever amount or however amount you want to. It's absolutely fine. However, to make it easier for you, we've made 3 campaigns which we are hoping to collect as much funds to help. One of them is the iftar pack. The iftar pack, Sayyid, includes...
Well, for £30, you're going to give a family rice, flour, oil, spices like salt, pepper, paprika, and all sorts, dried lemons, vegetables, fruits, meats, milk.
So it's a starter pack.
Lentils.
Yeah,
it's all essential.
All these lovely
everything
stuff.
you get from your local groceries.
All these lovely stuff. It's a starter pack basically for families to create an iftar if they don't have the means to do so. You've seen. Oh no, don't worry about that. You've seen some of the boxes in the videos that was created by Imam Hussein Charity. Those ingredients are placed in the box, and the box are given to those who need it the most. I was
going to say, for those of you who are asking, how do you guys deliver the meat? Does the meat go off or anything like that? We actually deliver the meat on the day, fresh. So it's only a certain amount we give them. We last them a day or two.
Yeah.
But we give it to, so we go to the butchers first. We get the meat prepared, packed, and then we go and deliver it.
Yeah.
It's not, a week-old meat that we've got and then we're going to go and deliver it.
No.
Fresh meat we give our people.
The second is the £50 that goes towards the orphans, which could help feed an orphan, clothe an orphan, keep a roof over the top of an orphan.
School equipment.
Help
with travelling to school and paying school fees.
And the school fees. There's a lot that £50 can do for an orphan, but the most important one as well is the water well. And you may be looking at that number thinking, whoa, that's a bit steep because you've got £30, £50 and all of a sudden 1,400. But it has been done before. It's been done on this stage. Only 2 nights ago, Brother Yasser, who was on my right, and Amir Raza, who was on my left, they combined together to say, look, £700, and they pledged towards a water well. We're also running a kind of like a side campaign where you can collect or speak to 13 other people, including yourself. So yourself and 13 other people. So you collect in the name of the 14 Ma'soomeen. Right? So £100 each from yourself and 13 other people, which will bring together the £1,400, which is all in the name of the 14 Ma'soomeen. You can also do that, and that's the water wells. In terms of the water wells, we have a very, very small video that we want to show you, and then after that we've got a special guest. We can't wait to have him on. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Ya Ali Madad. असां ज़िला जैकाबाद तालुका जैकाबाद यूसी शाहपुर असां हिते असुल खां रहंदड़ आहियूं तक़रीबन असांखे 6-7 पुश्ता असां हिते रहूं था असांजे ॻोठ में पाणी बिल्कुलु कौड़ो आहे असां वटि हिते सैलाब आयो असां परे खां हे नंढड़ा ॿारड़ा वञी पाणी भरे था अचनि ऐं मींहं में बरसाति में असांखे वॾो तकलीफ़ थिए थो असांजो ॻोठ जो सूरत हाल इहो तव्हां पाण ॾिसी सघो था हिते सभु हारपो कमु कंदा आहिनि बचनि जो गुज़ारो कंदा आहिनि ख़ुदा रा असांखे सबील मिली वञे शहीद करबला जे सदके शहीदनि जे सदके अगरि असांखे पाणी मिठो सबील मिली वेंदो त असां तव्हांजे बचड़नि खे दुआयूं कंदासीं अलाह तव्हांखे आबाद कंदो मौला जे सदके असांजा हे बचड़ा नंढड़ा बचड़ा ॾाढे तकलीफ़ में आहिनि असांखे ख़ुदा रा सबील मिलियो वञे ॾाढो असांखे तकलीफ़ आहे जॾहिं असां वटि हिते सैलाब आयो 5 फुट पाणी हुयो ऐं असां इन सैलाब वारे पाणी पीअण ते असां मजबूर हुयासीं असां इहो ई सैलाब वारो पाणी पियूं पिया छा आहे त असांजा जेके आहिनि पाणी असांजो पाणी मिठो आहे त उहो परे आहे ऐं ॿनियुनि जे अंदरि आहे 6-7 फुट में नंढड़ा ॿारड़ा कान वञी सघंदा महिरबानी तव्हांजो
Assalamu alaikum guys, my name is Hussein Shah. I'm here in my hometown in Rawalpindi, Dorfrata. I just want to show you guys the water that's around here. I've come closer and have a look. You can see there's absolutely rubbish everywhere you look. There's people have been throwing their garbage and so forth. And this has been going on for the last, you can say, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. There's a horse having a little shit, like a little bath there, and there's kids playing. Now, those kids that are playing, that water is contaminated. God knows what diseases they're going to pick up. And you know, how long is it going to be unwell for. In terms of the horse, why is there a horse in the middle of a dirty river? I don't know. I don't think that's even, you know, clean enough water for the horse to be bathing in. But yeah, this is very, very common theme here in Pakistan. You can see people have set up tents and so forth to live close to water, as this is the only water supply that they can get. The government don't do anything. The people have complained and they've like, lobbied and so forth, but nothing seems to be changing. So it's people like you that we depend on in order to make a change, that you can bring fresh, clean water here in Pakistan.
Put a finger down if you have access to fresh water. Put a finger down if you have food in your fridge. Put a finger down if you have access to healthcare. Put a finger down if you have never lived in a war zone. Put a finger down if you have family around you. Put a finger down if you have a warm bed to sleep in. Put a finger down if you have clothes in your wardrobe. Put a finger down if you have a roof over your head. Put a finger down if you have access to education. Put a finger down if you want to be part of changing the world.
Welcome back, dear viewers. You are watching Imam Hussein Charity's live fundraising program, where today we are hoping to get you as part of the cause for change. And part of that cause for change is to be able to donate as much as you can. By the way, on a side note, you've been doing absolutely fantastic, by the way. For those of you that have donated, we're just calling for a bit more help, a bit more support, so that Imam Hussein Charity can feed and clothe and give as much help as possible to those who need it the most in certain areas like Iraq and Pakistan, for example, right? Now we have a special guest who's going to be coming onto our stage. I call it a stage, it's a platform basically, but I want to call it a stage, so I'm going to call it a stage.
Inshallah, with your donations we'll get a stage.
No, we don't need a stage. No, the platform is great. But look, a lot of special people have stood beside you.
Oh wow.
But today we're really privileged to have a seasoned veteran in the fundraising world, a seasoned veteran when it comes to visiting orphanages and campaigns, when it comes to fundraising. So we're going to pick his brains and find out, you know, all about his experiences. So please help me welcoming Shabir Khan to the stage with Allah salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. How you doing? You okay?
But Shabir, before we get into a discussion with you, first of all, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
How's everything? You okay?
All good, all good.
All good, all good, all good. We have a caller on the line. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
We're just going to wait for some technical issues, but assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Ahlan wa sahlan. Can I get your name and where you're calling from, please?
حسن الموسوي NW9.
Oh, that's enough. That's enough.
That's right. Just the NW9 will do. London. Okay, London. That's all I want in London. I don't need the street address. I don't need the postcode.
We're not Uber company.
But Hassan, it's a pleasure to hear. How old are you, Hassan?
I'm 7 years old. I'm turning 8.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah. Turning 8 when? In May?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. May the 18th.
No. May the 20th.
Oh, so close. Oh, really close. Okay, brilliant. Well, look, Hassan, it's a pleasure to have you online. First and foremost, I want to ask you a question. I know it's quite early in Ramadan, but what are you hoping to achieve out of Ramadan for the next 25 days?
Yeah.
What are you hoping to achieve? Maybe it's a bit too deep of a question.
Patience.
Patience!
Oh, that's a deep answer.
Brilliant answer, Hassan. Why patience?
MashaAllah.
Tell me why. Why patience?
No food.
Oh, okay, that's why, because you're not having food. Okay, fine. Look, Hassan, we really appreciate you calling in. How much are you going to donate for today?
£30.
MashaAllah. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Any...
Fantastic. Hassan,
Why?
what donated you?
What donated you?
What inspired you to donate today? I think I was meant to say motivate.
Yeah. Huh, Hassan?
Because I was watching the channel.
Oh, okay.
That's great. Look, Hassan, that's great that you're watching the channel, but what is it about what you saw in the channel that's caused you to say, Baba, I want to call and donate £30?
Orphans.
Oh, the orphans.
Okay, all right, cool. But you know what? Really, really appreciate your time, Hassan. Thank you so much for your donation. And hopefully you're the start of the catalyst behind parents saying, you know what, I want my son to call and speak to Sayyid Muhsin, and I want him to speak to the channel and donate as well. So parents out there, get your sons, your daughters, your children to call in. We're more than happy to have them onto the show and hear their lovely words and donations. Hassan, thank you so much for your time.
Ahsant.
Shabir.
Yes.
I'm going to repeat. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good, thanks. And
Fantastic.
how are you guys?
Yeah, not too bad.
How are you finding the holy month?
Ramadan has been all right. It's been challenging.
Very.
The first week is always a challenging start. Well, once you get into the groove of things, it was better yesterday and a couple of days ago. But then yesterday and today was when the whole the extra hour.
I've been ill, so like it's been terrible. It's been terrible for me. But I'm a lot better now, and I'm enjoying my fast.
But as I mentioned, you're a seasoned pro, mashallah. You've done various.
I wouldn't say seasoned pro.
but essentially, look, from my notes, I can see that you've done various projects and aid work in countries such as Syria, for example, Sham, in Iraq, in Calais. What motivated you to want to give up your time and do all of this charity work?
So, my family's always been, as you guys know my family, they've always been very big on charity. I think my grandfather, my dad's dad, who passed away a few years ago in the holy month of Ramadan, always used to go to Pakistan himself every year without fail to give charity. And I think just through seeing what you can achieve, it's exactly what you said earlier when you're giving the food parcels to the orphans and you just see that smile. When I experienced that the first time, it's an addiction. Honestly, it's an addiction. It's every time you want to, like you mentioned in Syria. I remember when I went to Syria, I was giving out food parcels to the widowed women, and they came from far and wide, and they were carrying it on their backs. They didn't care how hard it was to take back. They wanted to take it back. And the same thing in Iraq. I went to Najaf and I gave out Eid gifts on the day of Eid after the end of the holy month. And that's exactly when you said what you said. I remembered flashbacks of giving up those gifts and the smile on those kids' faces. Honestly, that's the addiction. It's a satisfactory feeling, honestly. And that's what makes me want to always, every year, never stop, inshallah.
Brilliant. Look, this isn't your first appeal, and inshallah it's not your last one either. But I mean, how have these appeals impacted you away from the whole, the nice feeling, but how has it impacted you in your life as a whole?
Of course, I mean, it's always nice to be able to share what you've seen, and I always say the same thing in all my appeals. No matter how many times I say it, and no matter how many videos we show you, you'll never actually understand that feeling that I'm mentioning, that feeling of giving, that feeling of helping. You'll never be able to explain it to the viewers.
Yeah.
You'll never be able to, but you can show as many videos as you look at this video, mashallah, so much is given out, and it's crazy, but you won't realize it until you're standing on top of all of this, or you're there putting it out.
In your experience from, you know, all the projects you've done, giving and this and that, you know, is it always enough, or is there always more that can be done?
Always more. There's always more that can be done. You never feel like you've achieved what you can. At the end of the show, sometimes you know, in this live appeal, you'll have a target and you'll like see the target, and you still think, I could have done a bit more. We could have pushed the viewers a bit more, and you always feel there's no limit to how much we can help. There's millions of people out there that need help. I mean, you guys have been mentioning it throughout the shows, and it's very true. Yeah.
Any quick message that you have to the viewers? Before we kind of commence with other...
It's the holy month of Ramadan. We're representing the Imam Hussein Charity, and the father of Imam Hussein alayhi salam was Imam Ali alayhi salam. And it's his month, it's Imam Ali's month, it's the month in his shahada. It's also the month where we were taught to give charity, and Imam Ali had the title of being the father of the orphans. I know you already mentioned it, you stole my line. But I urge all the viewers in this month, just sponsor an orphan. It's only £50 a month, it's nothing. I mean, you mentioned that you have kids, I haven't had any kids yet. Inshallah soon, yeah. But I don't know the feeling, but I've heard it from my own dad, for example, that seeing my son, if I don't have a PlayStation and my friends do, my dad wants to make sure I have one. And if I don't have something and my friends do, my dad won't. There's orphans out there that don't need a PlayStation, they need food. They need a food parcel, or they need education, or they just need something. I mean, you were mentioning how the children of the ages of 5, 6, 7 years old are going and doing the work. And that's not what a child should be doing. Exactly what you said, they've lost their childhood. And I think being this holy month where Imam Ali was the father of the orphans, let's follow in the footsteps of Imam Ali alayhi salam and sponsor an orphan.
That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you very, very much. You're not going anywhere, by the way. I'm going to pick your brains more.
Yeah, for a while.
For a while. That wasn't your last last statement, but look, it is what it is. And the first thing that actually resonated with me is that there's so much that we can say, and there's so many videos that we can show you, but they don't do justice to you actually physically being there and giving that parcel and seeing that smile. We want you to have that addiction to seeing that smile, and we'll show you videos. We'll show you videos that are sad, and we'll also show you videos that are quite happy in the sense that, look, this is what happens to a kid, or this is what happens to a family once we've given them a parcel, right? We want you to be part of that cause. What's the number again? I always forget it.
0203 515 1122. Our volunteers are ready to take your calls and help you through the donation process. If you've got a phone, get your camera out, just scan the QR code, which is there somewhere. There it is, right up there.
Yeah.
That'll take you straight to the website, www.imamhusseincharity.com, where you can donate over there to any of the campaigns. We take all credit cards and banks and currencies.
PayPal, the whole lot.
PayPal, the whole shebang. And finally, there's the bank details right at the bottom if you'd like to transfer straight to the account.
Fantastic. £30 iftar pack, £50 orphans, and £1,400 is for the water well. So you mentioned your father and your grandfather actually physically went to Pakistan. You've seen water wells being built before? Or?
I myself haven't. I mean, I've only seen for the water well specifically. I've only seen the videos. Unfortunately, I haven't been to Pakistan, which is why. So I haven't been there, which is where all the.
But any stories that you've got that you've received from your dad or your?
So obviously, I mean, this you must have heard throughout all the different shows. But water wells are sadqa jariyah. My dad donated a water well for my granddad, and every year in this holy month he tries to donate one for someone that's in the years we have people that do pass away. And I think that the importance behind water wells is for the viewers and the donors, the importance behind it is the sadqa jariyah. But what you're actually achieving is limitless. You're providing water. Your water is used for everything. You can everything. Wudu, ghusl, everything. And just knowing that you provided that water for somebody to do wudu with, to then pray the salah with, and that all that sadaqah comes back to. And it's not just a one-off. A water well doesn't finish. It's a water well, and it's not for one person. You're not building it in someone's house. That's what's amazing about the Imam Hussein Charity. It's a village. You're providing water to a village at the time of Dhuhr. Just at the one salah. The hundreds of people that pray using that water to do wudu
is so powerful.
It's just unbelievable.
In Pakistan, if you don't know the size of a village, the smallest village is about 80 houses.
It's so powerful. I can't believe it. It's
not a couple of families. It's 80 houses, and then you're looking at 400 people, 300 people.
And do you know what's crazy? I was reading the notes. What's amazing about the Imam Hussein Charity is if you donate a water well, the video is actually sent to the donor immediately. I was so That's amazing.
Look,
That's
I mean,
amazing.
it's so powerful, brothers and sisters. We've heard it from Shabir himself. You've heard it yesterday, the day before. We're going to keep repeating it. These water wells are an absolute underestimated gem.
Yeah.
They are an amazing way for you to say, look, Mr. Marhoom, it could be my father, my grandfather, my grandmother. I want to do something for you guys. You gave, the Ahlul Bayt to me. You guys gave me morals and akhlaq, and I want to give something back to you. And to be honest with you, those who are in their grave, they're calling out for stuff like this. They're absolutely calling out for stuff like this. So you can treat them by giving them a water well, which is so powerful. The amount of sadaqah jari that you're going to get from not just one person but a whole village, that every single time someone uses that water for the most simplest of things, you're going to get the thawab for that, right? Someone did ask a question in the YouTube comments, can I pay by PayPal? Yes, you can. PayPal, Maypal, APAL, the whole lot. Whichever method of payment that you want to use, we're absolutely open for you to be able to use it. All the information is on the website. Either scan the code or imamhusseincharity.com. We have another caller on the line, which is fantastic. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hi, can I get your name and where you're calling from, please?
Zainab Bandari.
Zainab Bandari, mashallah.
And where are you calling from?
Portsmouth.
Portsmouth.
Oh,
beautiful.
South. Wow.
Zainab, how are you doing, Zainab? Hope all is well. How's Ramadan been so far?
Good.
Fantastic. How much are you looking to donate today?
£50.
Wow.
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Is it for the orphans?
Yeah.
Mashallah. Mashallah.
What about the orphans made you say, I want to pay £50 today?
Because when I was watching the video, I felt really sad.
Oh.
See, that's exactly what we want the parents to be teaching their children, that yes, they are thankful for what they have, but they also have to cast an eye for those who are less fortunate. Thank you, parent, mum, dad, whoever's behind the phone call, and thank you so much, Zainab, for giving that absolutely generous amount of £50. Thank you so much, Zainab. Any last words for the viewers?
No.
Fair enough.
That's very domestic.
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you so much, Zainab. Really appreciate it. Okay, cool.
Mashallah.
We're
Yeah,
going to cut
Zainab.
to a very, very short video. These videos are very, very
Powerful.
effective and powerful. So we want you to pay attention to them. But we'll be back with you in the next couple of minutes.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. We are in the blessed holy month of Ramadan, and there is no better time than now to give to the needy in Iraq. Imam Hussein Charity is giving you the chance to provide food baskets for destitute and impoverished families all over Iraq and Afghanistan. Each basket contains enough food to feed a family of 4. We're one of the areas where we distribute food baskets. I'm going to go drop off this food basket to one of the Hajia who's registered with Imam Hussein Charity. Assalamu alaikum, Hajia. These orphans need your help and require your assistance. Don't let any of these orphans go hungry this Ramadan. Please donate.
Your donation can provide a source of nourishment for those who do not have access to food.
السلام عليكم. أنا اسمي حمودي. أبويا ميت. بشر. وأنا أريد فلوس. ومعاي
لا تبكي. لا تبكي حبيبي، يلا انت رجال حبيبي. هسه راح يرجعونك للمدرسة، يجيبون لك كل شيء اللي تريده راح يجيبوا لك اياه.
من أبوي.
على عمره 4 أشهر ومات أبوه. 4 أشهر ومات، هسه بصف الثاني ابتداء. بس احنا ما خليناه ينسى ولا على الصور هذا بابا ما خليناه ينسى. بس يقول ليش اماتهم ما يجيب لهم كل شيء، انت كل شيء ما تجيبين لنا، انت شو قلت ما تجيبين لك؟ قلت والله ماما اجيب لك، بس يصير عندي اجيب لك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. We are here in Al-Hawr in Karbala at the home of widow and mother to 7 orphans of Sajjad. Now, where does the tragedy begin and where does the tragedy end with this family? Unfortunately, the father died in a car crash, leaving behind 7 children. The elder 2 are only 16 and 14 and they go out to work, but they don't bring in enough money to look after the other 5 children. Now with Sajjad, she needs money for food, for clothes, she needs money for medicine. Herself, she has a tooth issue, but she can't find the remedy, she can't pay for medicine, but she cannot afford it. It's so bad here that she can't even afford to send her children to school. First of all, she can't pay the fees, which is about 30,000 Iraqi dinar a month per child. And secondly, she can't even afford to send them on the bus because the school is so far. Her youngest son, Muhammad, young Muhammad over here, has an issue with his lymph nodes in his throat. Now, if he doesn't get any treatment soon, unfortunately, his issue, his illness will turn into cancer. 80 years old, Hamoudi here, is going to have cancer if he doesn't get any treatment. Now, when he does get cancer, how will he get any treatment? Who's going to pay for the treatment? How long will he last with this illness? If it continues, he may not get to see his 9th birthday or his 10th birthday. Brothers and sisters, this is the reality for many families here in Karbala. This is the reality. They are so poor that they can barely afford food to eat. They can't even send their children to go to school, to learn, to be educated, so they can change their future. And with young Hamoudi here, he may not have long left to live. Brothers and sisters, I plead to you, I urge you, for the sake of Hamoudi here, for the sake of a child who needs to grow to become something, please donate and help.
Your donation can be the difference between a life of hardship and a life of hope for the families in need.
Welcome back, dear viewers. You are watching Imam Hussein Charity's live fundraising event. This video always gets me. Sayyid Mohsen did a fabulous job at that. It really does. It does paint a picture of what the reality is out there, out of the bubbles. The bubble that we've created for ourselves. A safe bubble that we've created ourselves, and rightly so. We're protecting our offspring, we're protecting our children, but at the same time we need to step out of this bubble and really find out what it is like out there for those who are, they're not strangers to us. They are our brothers and sisters at the end of the day. And Imam Sadiq has mentioned that if you don't think about your fellow Shia, they have a right over us in terms of, we can't eat if they don't have anything to eat. We can't really be drinking if they don't have anything to drink. Maybe to not that extent, but the idea is still there that we have to think about our brothers and sisters, especially those who are less fortunate. Shabir, I wanted to turn to you and some of these stories that moved me and Sayyid Mohsen, but have you heard any stories that have really moved you in your experience?
I mean, yeah, there are many stories that are very similar, and all of them will always involve a widowed woman, widowed mother with her orphan children. There are many stories. I don't have a specific one to share, but I would say throughout the charity I've done with all the areas I've been to, it always touches your heart, because like you're mentioning about the illness. I remember there was a time when I was asking, I went to an internally displaced camp within Iraq. So it was actually refugees from Iraq, in Iraq, but from different areas. And I remember when I was asking the questions, and the children there, they were actually being children. For the first time I'd seen orphans enjoying themselves, running around, playing with the football. And I just took some of them to the side and I was just asking questions. And just to see that it's very sad to say, but sometimes we don't see them as our brothers. And seeing them being like our brothers, seeing them enjoying themselves, getting to talk to them, asking them, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I want to be a doctor, I want to be a footballer for Liverpool or whatever it may be. That's the same kind of ambitions we have But to see that, it reminds you of how hard their situations usually are. That's not.
I think there's a problem, or I don't know what you call it, where we dehumanize.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Because they're from a third world country. There's been a war-torn country and so forth.
Yeah, we think by giving them water, food is solving the problem. It's not solving the problem. They need an education. They need a lot more.
Speaking of education, we've asked this question before, but I'd love to get your thoughts on it. I mean, how important is education for the future of people like the ones that we've seen?
Yeah, so education is fundamental because as we all know, it's a cycle. Without education, you won't be able to go out and work and be smart. So yeah, definitely. And the smallest of examples is, for example, cutting hair. For an orphan, teaching an orphan to cut hair properly, he can become a barber.
Oh, wow.
And by doing that, it costs him one setup cost, which a donor would probably cover. And it's just an economic cycle. And that's just one form of education. Obviously, you have the Islamic education where they can teach religion. You have the doctors and all different forms of education. But I think, without education, there would be no system really.
So I like what you said there. Barbering. There's so many skills that they can pick up: tailoring, barbering.
And for widowed women, it's stitching and and making abayas and stuff. Like alhamdulillah, there's a lot out there, and I think we need to push in
that direction as well. They have a lot to give back. Just need the opportunity.
But what's the toughest is, it's hard to decide what you want to do. And I'm sure the viewers get this a lot. Should I donate towards an education, or should I donate so that they can drink water tonight? And unfortunately, we're in the situation where what's more important? They need to eat now. They need to have iftar today. And like you were mentioning, the meat is bought in the morning and delivered that same day.
Absolutely.
That's what they actually need.
Absolutely.
But inshallah, we get the opportunities, we then provide the education.
Before we move on to the next part of the program, we do have another caller. Say, do you want to take this one?
Assalamu alaikum. Your name and where you're calling from?
Assalamu alaikum.
Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Ilyas and I'm calling from London.
Ilyas. Ilaf.
Yeah.
MashaAllah.
Okay,
from
Ilaf.
London. MashaAllah. Will you be donating tonight?
Yeah.
How much?
£50.
MashaAllah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali
Muhammad.
What motivated you to donate? What inspired you? Why do you want to donate?
Because it's the holy month of Ramadan and I'm very thankful to Allah.
MashaAllah.
Beautiful
answer.
Beautiful.
Do you have any words of encouragement for your fellow brothers and sisters who are watching to donate?
You got to donate loads.
Fantastic.
That's beautiful. Ilaf, thank you very, very much for your time. We really, really appreciate it. Once again, I'd love to thank the parents who encouraged the young child to make that phone call and make that pledge, make that donation. Thank you very, very much. Now, Shabir and Sayyid Muhsin.
Yes.
We have a bit of a challenge for you, right? So it's a bit of a challenge. The challenge is called Who Am I?
Okay.
Your father.
No. Who am Who am I, right? So I'm going to give you a bit of a clue. And then you have to kind of mention who it is. Okay. They're fairly easy. I'll be quite honest. They're fairly easy, but I'll go from Sayyid Muhsin to Shabir and back and forth to see how many we can get right. There are 8, so it could be 4 and 4. I have a tie break if it lasts that long. Okay. So we'll start with Sayyid Muhsin, and the dear viewers can get involved.
How many guesses do I get?
One guess. It's very easy. One guess. Yes or no? To the city of knowledge, I am the gate. Who am I? Imam Ali alayhi salam. Perfect. This is really. We were called underneath a cloak and we were told whoever angers us angers the Holy Prophet, whoever angers him angers Allah. Who are we?
Obviously the tribe of the Panjatan.
The Panjatan Ahl al-Qisa. Fantastic. I was the first major battle in Islam. Which battle am I?
First major battle. Oh, that's a good one. I should know this. Badr?
Yeah. Why are you hesitating, man? Yes, Battle of Badr. So it's 2-1. I am known as the heart of the Holy Quran. Which surah am I?
Surah Yasin.
Surah Yasin is the correct answer. I'm the first female martyr in Islam. Who am I?
What was her name?
You're getting harder.
Yeah. He's waiting. Female martyr. Was it... Who are you pointing at? Somebody?
Yeah. I am pointing at.
That's a bit of cheating.
I'm sorry, Yes.
Okay, Sumaya. We'll take maybe Sumaya as our answer. I really wanted to go to tiebreak. Right. I gave everything. I gave everything I had. Through me, you were given the lights. Who am I?
Whoa, that's a hard one.
I gave everything I had, and through me, you were given the light. Don't worry about the second part. It might throw you off. But I gave everything I had.
Is it Khadija?
Yes!
Oh,
beautiful, well done. I was placed in a basket in the river. Who am I?
Yeah, that's easy.
Superman and Moses.
Nabi Musa. And lastly, I can walk on water and I am still alive. Who am I?
Prophet Isa.
Prophet Isa is the correct answer. Cool. So we've got 4 and 4. We go to a tie break.
Okay.
The producers don't know this, but the tie break is with me. I've done a few Who Am I's before.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
I'm going to give you.
Is it first to answer?
First to answer.
Okay.
It's the first to answer. No, this one is first to answer. Yeah, this one's first to answer. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 clues.
Okay.
Yeah?
Clue number 1.
Okay, the first clue, I protected the Prophet.
Okay.
Yeah?
Oh, okay. Can I?
If you answer, we'll take the answer.
Okay.
Okay.
It's going to be a little bit fast.
If you answer, I'll take the answer.
We'll go for
Okay,
it.
I protected the Prophet.
Okay.
All right. The second one, the way I did so was a miracle. And the third one,
Wait.
yeah,
Protected the Prophet.
I protected the Prophet. The way I did it was a miracle. The third one, you should get this now straight away. I have a chapter of the Quran named after me.
Surah Ankabut.
Yes!
Nice.
Well done!
Nice.
Yes. So he protected the Prophet by
making the web.
Making the web, and that was a miracle. And he has a so well done, brother Shabir, for winning that. That means you have to pay £50 for the orphans once again.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Happy.
I am.
No, trust me, he's done a lot of forfeits in the last couple of days. It's all stacking up, but it's all for a good cause. And therefore, you guys can get involved as well, because we have a question of the day. Minimum donation is £5 for you to get involved. Your donation plus your name will be put inside a raffle and your name will be selected. You have to answer a very simple question, which is, which of the holy prophets could speak to animals? All of them could, I think, but which specific prophet could speak to animals? The answer that we're looking for is obviously quite specific. You'll get it anyway. You have until tomorrow to answer the question, because the winner will be revealed tomorrow. Okay, back to fundraising. So Shabir won that competition. That was fantastic. We're going to have another competition after when he leaves, and that's going to be with brother Yasser is going to join us again, which is going to be fantastic. But today, once again, you could be part of that change. You could be part of donating towards those who are less fortunate than us. You have £50 that could support an orphan for a period of time. £30 is the iftar pack, which is a whole load of ingredients for them to have iftar for maybe a couple of days. We're not entirely sure, but it's just an iftar pack that they can use. But the most important one that today we really want to focus on is £1,400. What are the kind of tips that the viewers can use in order to collect the £1,400?
See, £1,400 is we understand it can be challenging for some people. However, coming collectively as a group to collect money will make life so much easier. Maybe you and your friends want to come together. Try and find 14 of you in honor of the 14 Ma'sumin. Come together and pay £100 each. Maybe you as a community in your local mosque want to come together and throughout the whole period of Ramadan try and raise some money in order to purchase a well. Furthermore, maybe you want to go outside and take a bucket and then collect change and so forth. Every little helps, and every penny you put goes towards providing a better future for these less privileged families and so forth.
Fantastic. On that note, we have a video on the water wells, so please tune in. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum ya Ali Madad. Ada asa got Jekmabad zile de raku got Khananadi de sab lashariyu. Zilla sara Jekmabad hai. और यूसी असांजी शदादपुर शाहपुर ॻोठ खानन दी जड़ी लाशारियाना ॻोठ पानी दी असांखे तकलीफ़ है सबील असांखे ज़रूरी मिले असां ॻोठ वाला को वला पानी करे परेशान हूं ॿाहिरों पानी आणे दे पियूं महिरबानी कर असां गुज़ारिश करें दे पियूं अॾे वाले को संगत को त असां महिरबानी करन असां अपना अमलदारां को आखन असांजी मदद करन असां पानी दा असांजी महिरबानी करन असां पानी दा मसला हल करन असां वासुल का वठूरा शहर दे खाना गड़ी जे पर असां यो गुज़र सफ़र जो कोई मजूरी पेट पालण जो फसल फाड़ी थे फसल फाड़ी बुल गए हर शय हर पे ते असां बजा गुज़र सफ़र हर पे ते हर पा यो फसल बनिया हर शय बुल गया पानी भी दे गया असां या मदद करन असां गरीबू मिस्किनू या को एड़ा असां रोज करनी बालड़े बचड़े वेंदन बाहर पानी भरण बाहरों भरा ने वो वाटर सप्लाई कने एडू कोई या तकलीफ है मेहरबानी करो असां मजूरी करें इहो ई असां वञा गुज़र सफ़र है या को असां को ना नौकरी है न को ॿिया को ज़मींदारी है न को ॿिया इहो असां इहो बारे वाली असां फसल फाड़ी ते गुज़ारा है वाह अस्सलाम वालेकुम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम असली रांदर खानन गई जाऊं गोठ शाहपुर गोठ खानन गड़ी जो ऐं ज़िलो जेकाबाद ऐं हुसैन जे सदके जेको बि असांखां मदद थिए पाणी जो थिए असां राशि हूं जेको बि अदा कंदा आहियूं हिते हर को आहे उहो असांखां सभु कुझु आहे मौला जे शान में असांखां उहो मौला फुरे थो हाल फ़िलहाल असां वटि का शइ बि न आहे असां पाणी जे लाइ परेशान हूं पाणी असांखे न आहे जो मौला अली जे सदके शान शहीद जे सदके असांखां पाणी जो तावन कयो जातो बि पाणी घुराए असांखे जो सबील आहे वो सबील वारन जे सदके तव्हांखे मदद मिलंदी वो सवाब मिलंदो असांखे मदद कई आहे
Welcome back, dear viewers, to Imam Hussein Charity's live fundraising campaign. Today we're having such an exciting day. We've had phone calls already, we've had pledges. I will name out the specific pledges later, but that's been coming in. We've had phone calls from young children coming in. We've had the lovely Shabir, who's been giving us his wise words on campaigning and fundraising, especially in Pakistan, which is fantastic. So Imam is just an evergreen. You know what evergreen is, right?
Yeah, the tree.
It's always green, it's always there, always smiley, always on point. So on that note, we are calling out to the dear viewers who are sitting back, relaxed, especially, depending on where you're watching the show. So if you're at home in the UK, iftar has already been finished, alhamdulillah. So you could be sitting back, relaxed, watching some shows. You're watching us. It's absolutely fantastic. We're lovely to have you here. But please, if you can go onto this little button here, right there, right? And take out your phones and take a photo of that. It's going to take you to a website, and that website will take you to a quick donation. Just make that donation, and then we'll be happy. Okay. So Imam Hussein, what are they donating for?
You can donate to either the iftar pack campaign, where £30 will provide a small pack for a family where they'll have ingredients for them to cook iftar and also futur. If you'd like £50 for an orphan, you can sponsor an orphan. The £50 will go towards either clothing, buying school equipment, helping a child with his tuition fees, and also travelling from home to school also. And finally, we have the water well campaign. You saw the video there where villages in Pakistan, especially those that have been affected by the floods, are being given a chance to have a fresh spring water well where they can have access to clean water, which they can use for sanitizing, drinking, and as you saw in the video, also to help with the agriculture and also to help grow crops. So brothers and sisters, 0203 515 1122 are volunteers already, or visit www.imamhusseincharity.com.
Shabir, you come from the Haidari community. I've alhamdulillah had a few experiences with the Haidari community. You're very, very generous, mashallah. And we've seen the power of when the whole community comes together for a single cause, because I think you fundraised for the centre so that you can provide more facilities for the youngers and the elders, and just make it a better experience for people to connect to the mosque. So on that note, I mean, especially when it comes to coming together for a change, especially those who are less fortunate than us, in your experience, especially from the Haidari community, how can the viewers at home come together as a community that they're in, for them to band together and really kind of push for one cause?
So first thing that I think we don't ever mention when it comes to coming together as a group and fundraise is the fun behind it. You all will know, especially in this holy month, even after iftar, etc., you're with your friends and you just have a good time. And it's the same when giving charity. One of the trips I went, it was not for no organisation or anything. It was just some of my family, some of my cousins, my dad's cousins, and etc. And we went together just to hand out some food parcels. So we actually went and did the whole thing from A to Z ourselves. We raised the money in the community. So we went to people, said, look, we're going on these dates, we're going to do this. We took the money with us to Iraq. We actually bought the food parcels, so we got discounted prices like a Costco, but their version, I don't know what it's called over there. But in wholesale, we bought the milk, we bought the bread, exactly what you were mentioning, the flour, just what you need in the food parcel, the necessities. And then we actually went, and me, myself, my brothers, we actually handed it out to the orphans, in the village. One of the guys we know, he took us to a village and we handed it out to all these people that were in need of it. Going back to my first point, the enjoyment behind it, that trip we were together, we had a good time, you know, and that builds relation between each other. That made me build, I built relations with my uncles that I just see as a little child. I was my uncle, now I've grown up and now I'm actually closer. So in that sense, yeah, but also the power that comes through that. I mean, you'll hear generally when you have brothers, for example, your parents will say to you, if you stick together, you'll be stronger. And that's the same case with this. It's true. As a community, if you can get together, like what you said, a community, most communities, Haydari, for example, have more than 1,500 people. So if everyone today that went to the program just left a pound in the pot on the way out, a water well would have been built. There you go. Just from one day of donating. So, but that's the power of a community. Like you said, 14 people, £100. It's a similar concept. But they could build a water well that would last forever in a new village every day. So if they did that for every day in Ramadan, in the holy month of Ramadan, 29 water wells would be built. And that would be changing not just a bit of Pakistan, that's a chunk, do you know what I mean?
A big chunk of
Pakistan. So that's what the
taken
difference
care of.
between having a community like a Jama'ah coming together and putting the effort in together. It's the smallest difference, but it makes the biggest difference.
A problem shared is a problem halved.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is amazing words, because those of you who need an incentive to donate, well, the incentive is that there are some prizes that we're giving away. And for you to enter that competition, it's a very, very simple question. Which of the holy prophets could speak to animals? Which prophet could speak to animals? So not which of the holy prophets, but which animal could speak to, which prophet could speak to animals?
It was a long fast. It was a long fast
today. Which prophet could speak to animals? Now, the guidelines or the rules for entry is that you have to have a minimum £5 donation. And in that £5 donation, you have to send proof to the WhatsApp. Your name is going to be then put into a raffle, and the winner will be revealed in tomorrow's show. The winner will be revealed in tomorrow's show. So what's up for grabs is basically some jewelry set. I don't know if you want to show it now, but yeah, I mean, if you've just tuned in, why not? We can show you some of the prizes that are up for offer.
I'd love to.
On one hand.
Wow, mashallah. It's actually very beautiful.
That's the pendant, and it has Ayatul Tahir on that one. There's another pendant there. I think we're in that camera there. The other pendant is a moon, and it says Ya Qamar Bani Hashim. And finally, there is a bangle which has one of the lines of Jat Ashura on it.
Wow.
These are the things. Oh, you want to turn it around? Okay.
Oh,
hold it there. And what the producer wants me to emphasize on that is engraved on all sides.
Yeah. This is called a cylinder. Please tell me it's called a cylinder.
I thought cylinder is a circle.
Circle. No, sorry. This one is not cylinder. Cube? Cuboid? Cuboid? Yeah, going back to maths.
So on each side.
Maths 1998?
1998. Oh, wow.
It's just
right. So I've been told to give some pledges. So I'm going to go to my phone. And I'm going to go to specifically, they have come through. Okay, fantastic. So we have but let's see what else is around. Okay. Okay. Beautiful, fine. We have $250.
MashaAllah.
Bit more.
Okay, let's go.
$250.
Hey!
£5.
Hey!
£100. £30. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Right, and on top of that is £50 and another £50 and £300 for the Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Absolutely amazing. They are still coming through, which is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, those are your campaigns that you can donate donate to, which is the £30, £50, or the £1,400. We're going to have to say goodbye to a very special guest today.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Sayyid Mohsin, unfortunately, as I mentioned, you're evergreen, so you're going to be here at all times, right?
Thank you so much.
Shabir, wallah, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. You know, just picking your brains on small things has been so eye-opening for the audience and for the viewers. Any last comments for the viewers before?
Yeah, so I was thinking, what should I say at the end of my show today when I come home? So I've been saving this one, but it's not that powerful. But I'll give it anyway. So we're focusing on the water well today, and most of us, especially me, I felt today, especially with the hour changes, etc. The last hour of the fast today, I was really thirsty. Especially most of us was at work today, so we're talking a lot, etc. And for us, especially that last hour, you're counting down the minutes to when you can have a sip of water. There's millions out there that don't have that water on a day-to-day basis, not just in the holy month. They're not, and even in the holy month, we're not fasting for 30 days. We're having water every day still. They're not having water throughout the normal life. It's, for them, some of us, we sometimes try to not look forward to the fasting element of the holy month, even though it's a blessing, because we're thinking, how am I going to survive? I'm going to be hungry, etc. There's people out there that don't have that on a day-to-day basis. So I think let's get together. It's not that hard. Let's get together and donate water wells and make changes in villages, not even just individually, but we're making changes in villages of big communities. Yeah.
MashaAllah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That is absolutely amazing. Shabir, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Would love to have you onto the show on a later date. I'm not sure if the producers can sort that out, but let's see. But yeah, thank you very much. On that note, we'll say goodbye to Shabir, and we're not going to say goodbye to you guys because we're going to see you in the next couple of minutes after this very short video.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are in the blessed holy month of Ramadan, and there is no better time than now to give to the needy in Iraq. Imam Hussein Charity is giving you the chance to provide food baskets for destitute and impoverished families all over Iraq and Afghanistan. Each basket contains enough food to feed a family of 4. We're in one of the areas where we distribute food baskets. We're going to go drop off this food basket to one of the Hajia who's registered with Imam Hussein Charity. Assalamu alaikum, Hajia. These orphans need your help and require your assistance. Don't let any of these orphans go hungry this Ramadan. Please donate.
Your donation can provide a source of nourishment for those who do not have access to food.
Welcome back, dear viewers. You are watching Imam Hussein Charity's live fundraising show. We've had an absolutely amazing 1 hour so far. We have another hour left, and in that hour we're going to welcome another special guest who always has something very, very nice to say, especially when it comes to inspiring the younger generation and inspiring you to donate. Dig into your pockets and give whatever change that you can towards those that are less fortunate than us. There are many benefits of giving charity, right? But one thing that I wanted to focus on, especially when it comes to the water wells, I think we have a caller on the line, but especially when it comes to the water wells, and that is, yes, 2.2 billion people. These are some facts that I want to share with you, especially if you're tuning in for the first time. 2.2 billion people,
over a quarter, isn't it?
Yep, do not have access to safe, clean water. More than 80% of Pakistanis face severe water scarcity for at least 1 month of the year. Over the course of 1 year globally, women spend a total of 200 million hours a day collecting water, just collecting water, right? And by 2030, around 700 million people could be displaced by intense water scarcity. And that's why it's very, very important that we push the £1,400 and encourage you to collect together.
How many hours did you say?
200 million hours a day.
How long does it take us to get a glass of water from the kitchen?
From the kitchen? 10 seconds.
There, turn it on.
Oh, turn it on? It's there.
Clean.
Yeah,
clean water, fresh clean water is there.
So imagine that.
So these lot have to travel, they have to walk miles, hours to get clean. And that's the other thing, is it clean water they're getting, or is it water that's just good enough to drink? Or is it the safest water that they can find, which still may be contaminated? Brothers and sisters, you can make that change.
Even the hours that they spend going to find water, that water that they do find could not be good for them.
Exactly.
Could not be good for them. Right.
Exactly.
And by the way, I've just been told as well that there is a 6-month guarantee. Could you repeat that for me? To build.
So you can build it within 6 months?
Oh, the water will be built within 6 months.
Wow,
oh, that's
mashallah.
fantastic. So within 6 months, hopefully that water well will
That's a maximum of 6 months. It might be done in 3.
It might be done in 3.
It might be done in 2, depending on materials and if they got permission and everything.
So we have an ongoing competition as well for you, the dear viewers at home, who want a bit of an incentive to get involved. Absolutely, we have that option for you, where there's a question of the day: which prophet could speak to animals? Which prophet could speak to animals? Send in your answer, your name and proof of donation to the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number is...
It's on the... there it is. +44 7940 503046. So you can just send in your name, your answer.
Wait, something has just happened. My phone has just blown up. Because we have just had, and I need a massive salawat for this. We have just had a water well donated. That's £1,400. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
I want more noise from the back, guys. I need another salawat. I want everyone in the back as well. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Do we have a name or anything?
Nothing. All I got was, we just got a water well donated now. Say it now. Say it now. Ali, say it now. So I've said it now. Alhamdulillah, shukr. You guys have, we've made that call. You guys have answered. The water well has been donated. Thank you very, very much for that.
Thank you to that person, to the donor. Inshallah, that water well will be in the name of your family, in the name of your marhum, in yourself and your beloved ones. And every time someone gets water, you will get the thawab, your family will get the thawab, and that water well will last infinity and beyond.
Fantastic.
Well done.
Now, guess what? We have another caller on the line. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Oh. What's your name and where you're calling from, please?
My name is Abbas.
Abbas? Hello, Abbas. Where are you calling from, Abusi?
London.
MashaAllah, our hometown.
Where are you from, Abusi? Not like in country. Where are you from? Iraq, Pakistan, Afghanistan?
Iraq.
Hella big.
Karbala'i, Najafi, Khadmawi, might as well.
What's your tribe?
Baghdadi.
MashaAllah.
Abusi from, who lives in London but is from Baghdad. Abbas, are you going to donate today?
Yes.
Fantastic. How much are you going to donate today?
Water well.
What? A water well?
Yes.
MashaAllah. One second. This is Anara Haidari. Abbas, listen to this. Go. Ya Ali. Abbas, that is absolutely amazing. Wallah, we're lost for words. That is brilliant. Thank you so much, Abusi from London, who's just given us a water well. How do you feel?
It's also my sister who's donating.
So two of you, that's 2 water wells.
Just one.
I'm only joking. But that is amazing. Is your sister on the line?
No.
No. Okay. I want to hear from you, Abbas. Why have you donated a water well?
Because it's good to.
MashaAllah.
Do you know what? We'll take that as an answer. This is coming from Abbas. Abbas, how old are you? 8 years old?
Yes.
MashaAllah.
8-year-old Abbas is telling you that he is donating a water well because it is good to. That's all we need to know, because kids are innocent. But when they see stuff like this, they react to it, and they can connect to stuff like this because of their innocence. Thank you so much, Abbas. And of course, thank you to the parents of Abbas who are listening. Ashkurkum, rahmallah wa adiykum. Or inshallah, the water well is in the name of your marhumin maybe. I'm not sure what the reason is behind that. But Allah yarham amwatkum inshallah. Or fi mizan hasanatkum. Thank you very, very much, Abbas and family.
Thank you, Abbas, and on behalf of all the Pakistanis as well, thank you so much for bringing water, fresh, clean water to one of our villages.
Honestly, that is so brilliant. That has raised our spirits. Abbas, you've done amazingly well. We're going to welcome on a guest, a special guest, but I think I need a bit of a breather. Sayyid Mohsin needs a bit of a breather, so we're going to cut to a quick video, and we'll see you after the break.
ستنا باسكين مباني أختي قرطاسي عم تسجل المدرسة ما مسجلة الأكل يعطونه كان دليلنا يلمنا لم ويسوقلنا ويجيبلنا كان خيمة على راسنا كان يعطينا ويسوقلنا ويجيبلنا ما يخلينا بغاز. وإذا كان عندي فلوس أشتري موبايل باسكين وأشتري غراض وأسوي السقف مالتنا. طلعنا المدرسة ما عندنا، كان ابوي مدللنا يعطينا اشكال، يشتري لنا اكل كان زين، غراض ما عندنا، يعطينا ندرس على مود ما عندنا هدوم ولا قطاسية.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm in Shukr, which is an area away from the main city of Karbala, and I'm here with Saeed and his brothers and sister. Now, Saeed is from 7 siblings, and unfortunately none of them go to school because the eldest brother has been forced to work, and he doesn't make enough for them to go to school. The living conditions are very, very basic and simple. They live in a small house, 7 of them. The condition of the house is not in a good order. Furthermore, the eldest brother has to rent a vehicle in order to taxi people around in Karbala city. Now, that is not enough for them to go to school, purchase food, clothes, and also medicine. Inshallah, a family like this can benefit so much from your donations and your contributions. Here at Imam Hussein Charity, we have many projects to help impoverished families like this, whether it is to provide them with clothes, or provide them with food, or provide them with sponsorship so that they can go to school, and inshallah that they can learn and become professionals, and inshallah climb out of poverty and help others in future generations. Young children like this in Iraq need your help and need your support in order for them to get a proper education, for them to succeed in life. Now, I ask you, wherever you're from, in the UK or in the West, how easy it is for you to provide education for your children, how easy it is for you, for your children to go to school, to learn and to become professionals, whether they become doctors or engineers or scientists or thinkers, or creative writers, filmmakers. They get that opportunity. But here in Iraq, they don't get much of an opportunity, simply because education is not for free. And secondly, due to war and due to lack of health and due to just the simple situation and lifestyle of a lot of these people, they lose their fathers, they lose their eldest sons, they lose those who come, work and provide. Now I ask you, is it the fault of these children that they've lost their father? Now I ask you, who's going to help these children for a better future?
Imagine being able to make a lasting impact in the life of a child and knowing that your contribution will change their future forever.
You're on. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
Sorry, I just got sidetracked.
Charity, right here, raising funds We're raising water wells. We're raising sponsorship for orphans. Over to you,
Wow, what a day so far. What a night it has been. My heart is racing. Maybe it's because of the iftar and I had probably something really bad. But so far, so good. And we have a special guest. But before I welcome the special guest today, do you know what? Everyone's told me iftar, these are all fantastic campaigns. But I really want to focus on the water wells for the next 40 minutes because we've had two, not one,
MashaAllah.
but two donations.
Allah.
And we verified this as well. Can we get the camera on the white, please? Yeah, can we, because I keep looking that way and it's there. Right. We have two water wells donated, yeah? The first one that was donated that came through on the messages that my phone blew up and they said, that one was from someone called Ja'far.
MashaAllah. Big up
The
Ja'far.
second one was through a phone call. Guys, please call in. It could be £10, £30, £50, doesn't matter. But call in because the power of you guys calling in inspires others to call in too. And when you call in, you can give us your donation and we'll be absolutely grateful for that donation. However, Sayyid Muhsin, what are they donating for? I know I said water wells, but still there's more.
So let's start with the packages that you can have. You can donate towards the iftar pack, which will provide a small pack of ingredients and essentials for a family for £30. You can sponsor an orphan for £50 a month. And that will go towards clothing, buying school equipment, school fees, traveling towards school, and also towards rent and electricity bills and so forth, utilities and things like that. And finally, you can donate towards the water well campaign, where we're providing new water wells to provide fresh, clean water in villages in the southern parts of Pakistan, where these people can use the water to drink, to sanitize, to clean. They can use this water to farm and you have agriculture and grow crops and so forth. Alhamdulillah, today we've had two people donate towards the water well. 2 water wells will be built, and inshallah, brothers and sisters, with your help and your donations, we can have a 3rd water well, a 4th water well, a 5th water well. We can bring water, clean water, back to Pakistan.
Why not? Why not? Why not? Because now we're going to welcome our special guest. I say special guest all the time. He is really special. He's special to me. Is he special to you, Sayyid Muhsin?
He's extremely special to me.
Extremely special to you?
Extremely
That's
special.
not fair. So he's extremely outrageously special to me. Okay? And no one beats that. I don't care who you are. You're not beating that. I welcome Brother Yasser onto the stage with Allah salawat ala Muhammadin wa ali
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Okay,
Yasser, شلونك?
What are you saying? I'm good. Are you telling them random?
This is a professional.
Yeah.
This is a professional.
I'm sorry guys, this is my friend, isn't it?
Okay, what are you saying to me? Yeah, all good. Alhamdulillah, we've had 2 water wells donated.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
We've
I
had
was
phone
really
calls.
happy.
We've had phone calls from Zainab who said £50. We've had phone call from an Ilaf who also said £50. Abbas is the water well. But it's been such an amazing day so far. But it doesn't stop there. Yasser, I'm supposed to ask you a question, but I thought, you know what? How are you doing?
You know what? I'm doing good now that I'm seeing your beautiful face, saying
Yes.
this beautiful face,
My
and
God.
I'm even better now that I've heard that a person donated 2 water wells.
2 separate parties have donated a water well each.
Yes.
Wow!
Yes.
Wow! That's absolutely excellent, mashallah.
Indeed.
I'm really happy about that because we've been talking about the importance of clean water, and alhamdulillah, it seems like people have got the message and have acted upon it. And I've donated it, and inshallah, as we always say, thawab is going to go to them, inshallah.
Yeah, so on a serious note,
Yeah.
On a serious note, I messaged some of the IHC team before I came, and I said to them, listen, what's for iftar? It's such a natural question.
Yeah.
I didn't need to think twice about asking that question.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Right? But you had your iftar today,
Yes.
right?
Alhamdulillah.
Thousands of people had their iftar, whom iftar is just a luxury for them,
Yes.
right? What is your message to the viewers who hear this?
I'm gonna share a personal
Tell me.
story that happened literally today. So I'm not gonna mention specifics in case someone gets upset, but I remember someone telling me that he had iftar with his family, and the iftar wasn't to his standards. It wasn't enough. He didn't get full.
Maybe he didn't like the food.
He didn't like the food. Yeah, that's it. It wasn't to his standards. So it wasn't enough on the table, and he didn't get full. And it wasn't his favorite meal. He didn't have different options. It was one meal in front of him, and he was complaining to me. So I'm not going to lie to anyone, but I got really upset and I looked at him straight in the eyes. I said, what the hell are you talking about? What are you complaining? Did you have food on the table? He's like, yes. I was like, did you eat? He's like, yes. I was like, so what are you complaining about? There's people in Iraq, there's people in Pakistan, Afghanistan, there's people all over the world. There is someone probably on the same in a house on the same street as you that didn't have food that day, that couldn't afford food, but you're complaining because it wasn't your favorite meal or because there wasn't enough to fill your stomach. Well, Imam Ja'far Sadiq alayhi salam says you can't fill your stomach until your brother, until your sister gets full with you. So what are you complaining about? So if you're asking me what message I have to say to people is, sometimes we forget the luxury that we've been gifted.
Absolutely.
That we actually know that today or tomorrow my mom's gonna cook iftar.
Yeah.
Your mom's gonna cook iftar. Your mom's gonna cook iftar. It's not, you can't even guess about it. It's not, you don't even doubt it. But there's people that don't have this.
We have the opportunity to actually have a request. Mom, can you cook me this? Mom, can you cook me that?
Wallah, you're right. But there's people that can't make that
I'm
request.
sorry to cut you off, but I have a special announcement to the
Oh,
dear
yes.
viewers.
Oh,
No, nothing's coming yet.
Oh,
nothing's
okay.
coming yet.
Boo.
But there's a special announcement to the dear viewers. We have 2 water wells that have been donated today. We want to get that to 5 today in the next half an hour.
Inshallah.
In the next 30 minutes, we want to get that to 5 water wells, right? So we need 3 water wells, okay? Now, these 3 water wells, the next person that donates a water well will get a flag from Imam Hussein's shrine,
MashaAllah,
that has done the ziyarah of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and that will be gifted to that person that has donated the water well. Now, in terms of them being able to, you can do one person outright. Here's the water well, that's absolutely fine. But one challenge that I want to give people out there, say, listen, I don't have £1,400, but I know 13 other people that have £100.
Yes.
Or I know
28
people
50 quid.
that have £50. Thank you, Mohsin,
No problem.
for saving me there, okay? I have 28 people that could do £50, right? Your job is to say, look, I am going to pledge a water well. I don't have the money now. I'm going to pledge a water well, but I'm going to go find 13 other people to help me in this cause. If you do that, we'll still accept it. We'll still accept it, right?
100%,
We'll accept it because
100%.
then it's your responsibility to go and find that other £1,300. Okay, from 13 other friends. It's very, very easy. We want that to happen. You can either call us, you can make the donation over WhatsApp, you can make the donation over the means that by calling in, or if you want to send it directly,
515-111-22, or go to the website www.imamhusseincharity.com. Like Brother Ali said, you can comment community, try and get some friends and so forth. Even if you go towards your family members, your community. Maybe you might want to set up a project. This week, we're going to do a little project. We want to raise as much money as we can towards a water well.
I got an idea for the dear viewers, especially those viewers who haven't had your iftar yet, and you're watching the show and you're going to be going to the mosque later on. You can go to the mosque and listen, Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Okay, I want to donate a water well in the name of this mosque.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah.
Yeah? In the name of this mosque, or in the name of this masjid, or this Anjuman, or this Husainiyah, or this Imam Barga. How many more can I say? Any more? No, that's it.
I don't even know what Anjuman is.
Anjuman. What's an Anjuman again? I've heard it before. You don't know?
Okay. African thing.
So you can go to the mosque and say, look, in the name of this mosque, I want to pledge a water well. I want 13 other people to come and give me £100. Very, very easy. Yeah? Do that. Just make that intention and go and fight. This could be your Ramadan incentive. Ramadan, what's the thing where you have to do, you're trying to...
project?
Yeah,
target.
Ramadan project, target, aim.
Okay.
Yeah, this could be your Ramadan aim. This could be your Ramadan project. Donating a water well towards the those who are in need. The days of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib are amongst us. Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Ali alayhi salam, was known to dig wells for those who are less fortunate. So let's follow in the footsteps of Imam Ali alayhi salam.
I mean, brothers and sisters, the water well will be, in the southern parts of Pakistan, helping, these communities, these villages who have no access to clean water, and the water will help them, improve their health, help them sanitize, help them clean. And Ali Fadl is doing his Usain Bolt's post.
What happened?
What's happening?
Something came in. I just got a message.
Okay.
Ya Allah.
Inshallah, good news.
Zian, we have. Okay, first and foremost, I want to give a massive big up to.
Big up.
100 pounds. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. 100 pounds. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And 30 pounds. That is absolutely amazing. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Water well is not just a Pakistan issue, but a Husseini issue. This is the message that we got. We got a water well in the name of the marhum Ashiq Hussein. What a beautiful name.
Wallah.
Salli ala. There you go. Amazing. Oh my God. They said that the flag can go to the next water well donor.
Wow.
Ashiq Hussein, I salute you. In the name of Amir al-Mu'mineen. No, in the name of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was a mercy to mankind. In the name of Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam. In the name of Amir al-Mu'mineen Imam alayhi salam. In the name of Imam Hassan alayhi salam. In the name of Sayyid al-Shuhada Imam Hussein alayhi salam. May Allah grant your wishes. May Allah keep you healthy. May Allah have mercy on your loved ones. Thank you so much, Ashiq Hussein.
What a name.
We have another one?
Ashiq Hussein.
What? Oh, okay. Oh, waiting for it. So, we're on 3, guys. We're on 3 now.
Yes,
yeah?
3. 2 more.
Just 2 more. By the way, we still have half an hour. I said half an hour later because I thought the program was going to finish at 27 past. But we're going to go to 10:30 on the dot. We are at 10:01 here in London. We have 30 minutes to get 2 water wells. Guys, it's so easy, but it makes such a massive difference to those that are in need. Tell me. Oh, beautiful. Guess whose days are coming up now?
Sayyidah Khadija.
And
yes, Imam Hassan.
Imam Hassan alayhi salam.
Kareem Ahl
So someone, tell me about Kareem Ahl Bayt.
Kareem Ahl Bayt, Imam Hassan al-Mushtawa salamullah alayhi is known to be the Imam that gave everything he had, all his wealth, twice in his lifetime. That he gave everything to Allah twice. And that's why he has been named after one of the great names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Al-Kareem, Kareem Ahlul Bayt, the generous one of the Ahlul Bayt. Salamullah alayhi. Samullah, you wanted to say something about Imam Hassan alayhi salam? His days are coming upon us. 15th of Ramadan is his birth. So, Mullah?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. We're dealing with a bit of an emergency at home. Okay.
So, yeah.
With Imam Hassan alayhi salam. MashaAllah, as we know, he was the vice chair of Imam Ali alayhi salam. He was there to greet the guests as they came to visit and so forth.
Of course.
And like you said, he gave his wealth twice in his lifetime. In fact, the land that he had, he gave to one of his slaves.
Yes.
And till this day, the descendants of those slaves live on that land. And all of them carry the banner of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein.
Was it Imam al-Hassan who, that on his deathbed and when they were carrying his janazah, they found the rope marks on his neck? Not the rope as in the Imam al-Sajjad as in the chains, but
the bag.
The bag.
Yes.
Was it? I have heard narrations.
I don't know. Wallah, I don't want to say it is or it's not. I don't know.
Because I know from what I heard when I was younger that Imam Hassan being the Kareem of the Ahlul Bayt, and that is a massive title by the way, the Kareem of the Ahlul Bayt. He was the one that went out at night to give to those who are less fortunate. But the most amazing thing about this, guys, is that we want to follow in the footsteps of the holy Imams, the 14 Ma'sumin. And those 14 Ma'sumin, what number are we trying to raise today? 1,400 for one water well. So 14 Ma'sumin do £100 in the name of each of these Ma'sumin gives you 1,400. We're still looking for 2 more water wells, brothers and sisters. 2 more water wells in the next 25 minutes or so.
Yes.
Yasser, I wanted to ask you,
please,
as the Shia of Amir al-Mu'mineen and as the Shia of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, now this charity is called Imam Hussein Charity. How important is it for someone like yourself, who is involved with Mawaqib, who's very, very active in Haram time, that we give water to those who are more needy?
Well, every Shia on this earth, since they're born until the day they die, they go through a period of their life for over a month and a half. They hear the same story over and over and over again, that our holy Imam Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam died thirsty, and that his family died thirsty. So water to us is something very, very precious, to the point that we are told whenever we drink water, before we drink it and after we drink it, we say Ya Hussein, and we remember his thirst. So water to us Shia, the Shia of Amir al-Mu'mineen, is not something small. And especially in the eyes of Allah, it's not something small. Because the Imam says, alayhi salam, that if you give water to a place where there is no water, you have saved a soul. And saving a soul is like saving mankind. So if you're asking me what's the importance of donation, other than just what all the Ahlul Bayt say, just me as a human, if I see that my brother in humanity, or maybe my brother in faith, needs water, then who am I to say, you know what, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you've gifted me with rizq, you've given me sustenance, but I'm going to be greedy and not share my sustenance. Who am I to say that?
Absolutely.
So if you're asking me, that's my answer, that I should share my sustenance, especially if I want to be known as the Shia of Ali ibn Abi Talib salam.
Brothers and sisters, you guys can do that. Pick up the phones 0203 515 1122 or visit www.imamhusseincharity.com.
So the donor, Ashiq Hussein,
yes,
they mentioned that they want to give the flag to the next donor of the water well. So the flag is still up for grabs.
Yes.
Right? The flag is still up.
Do we have a flag in the studio in the back?
I don't know.
I think they do.
Ask the producers.
Producers,
if we have a flag, we can show them what the flag looks like.
Could you just go get one?
Yeah,
please?
there should be in the back somewhere.
Yeah, we'll get one that looks similar, but the one that we're going to give you guys is coming directly from Karbala.
Yes.
But it looks similar to the one that we're going to show you now.
Inshallah.
Yeah. For those who need an incentive to join in, we do have some prizes up for grabs today, and tomorrow. But the prizes are some custom-made jewelry for Imam Hussein Charity. You don't have to open the whole thing, but yeah, Imam Hussein Charity. In order to win these lovely prizes, send in a small donation, £5 or more, with your name and your answer to the following question: which of the holy prophets could speak to animals? Which of the holy prophets could speak to animals? Which of the prophets could speak to animals? Give us your answer, your name, and proof of your donation to the WhatsApp, and then you'll be put in a draw, and the name will be revealed of who won that prize tomorrow.
They haven't went onto the Zoom.
Can we get a zoom in the prize there? Because we've got a lovely
Can we zoom in? Because he's just standing there.
Zoom.
Are we zooming in?
Close up.
There we go. You might want to move a little bit. There we go. A little bit higher. There we are. So you have a pendant.
Let's go back to
Hashim. We have the pendant there with the Ayat al-Tathir and the bangle with Zat Ashura.
All right, fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff.
Fabulous.
So make sure.
Okay, brilliant. We're gonna bring in the flag in a few minutes to show you what it's like. Just a reminder, by the way, water wells is what we're focusing on.
Yes.
But if you want to donate to an iftar pack, absolutely, it's up to you. If you want to donate to the orphans, the £50 is totally, again, up to you. Whatever donation that you bring in is absolutely fine. We haven't had a call for quite a while. Guys, please, let's get some phone calls in. I want to speak to some guests. So does Haji Yasser, so does Sayyid Muhsin.
Please.
We want to speak to you, so please do call. The number to call is
0203 515
1122.
Ahsan.
Fantastic.
And for those of you who a bit maybe you can't donate today, call in. Maybe your words will inspire someone to donate. Maybe your words of inspiration, your words of motivation will encourage someone to donate, and therefore you will also get the ajr and the thawab in that donation as well. The number is 0203 515 1122. Furthermore, you can go to the website www.imamhusseincharity.com, where you can access all the campaigns and make a donation.
On that note, we're going to go to a very, very small video. In that video, please contemplate, look at the video, understand what's being said, and hopefully that will inspire you to make a donation today, right here, right now. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम या अली मदद अदा असा गोठ जेकमाबाद जिले दे राकुओं गोठ खाना लड़ी दे सब लाशारियों जिला सारा जेकमाबाद है और यूसी असारी शदादपुर शाहपुर गोठ खाना दी दड़ी लाशारियां दा गोठ है पानी दी असा को तकलीफ है सबील असा को जरूरी मिले असा गोठ वाला को वाला पानी कने परेशान हूं बाहरों पानी आने दे क्यों मेहरबानी कर असा गुजारिश करें दे क्यों अगे वाले को संगत को तो असाना मेहरबानी करना सारे अपना अमलदारा को आखना सारी मदद करना सारा पानी दा सारी मेहरबानी करना सारा पानी दा मसला हल करना असां वासुल को उठूरा शहर दे खाना दड़ी जे बरा सारा यो गुजर सफर जो कोई मजूरी पेट पालण यो फसल फाड़ी बुल गए हर शय हर पे ते असाना बजा गुजर सफर हर पे ते हर पा यो फसल बन्या हर शय बुल गया पानी भी दे गया असाना या मदद करना सा गरीब मिस्किनू या कोड़ा सा विरोध करनी बालड़े बचड़े वेंदन बाहर पानी भरण बाहरों भराने वो वाटर सप्लाई कने एदू कोई या तकलीफ है मेहरबानी करो असा मजूरी करे यो ये सारा बना गुजर सफर है या को असा गुना नौकरी है न को या को जमींदारी है न को या होए असा ये बारे वाली है सब फसल फाड़ी ते गुजारा है वाह अस्सलाम वालेकुम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम यार असा असली रांदर खानन दे जाऊं गोट शाहपुर गोट खानन दड़ी जो ए जिलो जेका बाग हुसैन के सदके जेको भी असा मदद से पानी जो थे असा राशि हूं जेको भी अदा कंदा होते हर को आए वो असा सब कुछ मौला दे शान में असा का वो मौला फरे तो हाल फिलहाल असा का शय ना है असा पानी जे लगे परेशान हूं पानी असा के ना है जो मौला अली के सदके शान का शहीद के सदके असा पानी जो तावन क्यों जाता है पानी घोड़ा असा के जो सबीला वो सबील वारन जे सदके ता आगे मदद मिलदी वो सवाब मिलदो असा का मदद के याद
Brothers and sisters, in the name of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, please you viewers at home, let me hear a loud salawat ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
As we promised, there's going to be a flag that is similar to this. It could be this color, it could be a different color, but what's important is it could be similar to this in size. You'll notice that it has Ya Hussein written on it. It will have the ziyarah, it will be, the flag will have completed the ziyarah of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and Abil Fadl Abbas. And if I want to get the wide shot, please, because there is a badge here which shows that this is officially from the Ataba of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, the shrine of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. This is what is up for grabs. This you can receive if you donate to a water well, right? The people that donated towards the water well, the last one, in the name of Marhum Ashiq Hussein, they have mentioned, look, in terms of the flag, we can give it to the next donor. All right. So now we have 3 water wells, and this is your chance as the 4th donor to win the flag. It's a gift.
But by the way,
sorry, it's a gift. Because of your generous donation, it is a gift that will be gifted to you whenever you receive it as a gift, inshallah, as a present. All right.
Mr. Father, you're from Karbala. How easy is it to get these flags?
They're not easy at all.
Not the authentic ones.
Not the authentic ones. They're very, very difficult to get.
Very prestigious, very exclusive.
Yeah.
And I think they're giving us gifts as well. It's not that you can go and purchase them.
Yeah.
They're giving us gifts.
They're giving it as gifts. And it's been blessed with the ziyarah of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. So this is your chance, brothers and sisters. As I mentioned, it's very, very simple. Either one person can give the whole £1,400, or you can make it an exciting project at your local mosque, at your local community center, where you can say, look, I am one person who's going to give £100. However, I want 13 other people in the name of the Ma'soomeen to give another £100, and that's our water well in the name of the mosque, or in the name of a marhum, as they did for Marhum Ashiq Hussein. May Allah bless his soul. His name is going to be on the water well. Every single time someone drinks or uses that water from the water well, the thawab is going to go to the Marhum Ashiq Hussein. It's an absolutely amazing, amazing initiative. And we really, really hope that you find it within yourselves to make it an exciting project for the month of Ramadan. All we need is one person to say, yes, I'm going to do that. He's going to have the responsibility. I'm going to pledge £1,400. I don't have that £1,400 now, but I can definitely get it. But I'm definitely going to pledge, and I'm going to find 13 other people to pledge with me, inshallah.
I think water is such a humanitarian and universal cause that even you might want to go to your work, your office space, and have like a little bucket or something and say, hey, you guys, we want to do a water well in Pakistan. Do you guys want to donate? I'm sure so many people from different backgrounds, different races, different religions and beliefs are more than happy to donate to the cause and help with providing a water well in Pakistan. Brothers and sisters, the power is in your hands. You guys can make the difference, and inshallah, I ask you guys to start with the niyyah and then proceed with the action. 0203 515 1122 to speak to our volunteers, or www.imamhusseincharity.com, where you can donate to any of the campaigns, whether it's the food pack campaign, the iftar pack campaign, it's providing ingredients and necessities and essentials for a family, or whether it's for the orphans, £50 a month, where we can provide them with clothes, school equipment, help them with their tuition fees and traveling to school, or the water well, where we're trying to raise money for tonight. I think, how many wells do we have? 3 wells?
We have 3 so far.
So 2 more.
We've got 10 more minutes.
10 minutes?
To get 2 more, unfortunately. Yeah, 10 more minutes.
Come on, brothers and sisters, 10 minutes.
More.
Inshallah.
I can feel it. There's someone on the 12th friend right now. Listen, I need £100. 2 more phone calls, and he's going to call us right now, saying he's going to pledge.
Inshallah.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
Brothers and sisters, 0203 515 1122, and let's get in that final pledges for the water well. Inshallah, let's hit our target.
We have 10 minutes left, brothers and sisters. Water well is absolutely important. Haji Yasser, let's speak very, very quickly. Actually, before we go to Sayyid Master, you mentioned a very, very important point. A lot of the viewers out there do work in the corporate world.
Indeed,
right?
yes.
And a lot of those people in the corporate world, they know what it means to be charitable. They know what charity is. They know what water wells are. They know what, for example, running 5,000 kilometers. 5 kilometers. 5 kilometers. 5,000 meters. 5 kilometers, for example, in the name of charity. They understand this concept. How can we use that and say, listen, let's get a water well?
Definitely. Well, you could start off by speaking to your manager or someone senior, saying, look, it's Ramadan. Some of the staff members are fasting. We want to do something for the Muslim world. We want to raise funds and so forth. Sometimes companies are like, raise the money, we'll match it. The company will match whatever you raise, so it'll be doubled. Sometimes you can even go to your local bank and speak to them that we're trying to raise funds for this and that as a company. And then the bank sometimes will say, we really like your cause and that. We have a section, money that's dedicated to non-profit and to charitable organisations. We'll be more than happy to sponsor you or match whatever you can raise. You can go within your own colleagues and stuff and say, hey, it's Ramadan, everyone, for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to have a little bucket here, put any spare change, this and that. Money's going to go towards giving fresh, clean water to less fortunate people in Pakistan and so forth. So there's a lot we can do in the corporate world, as you said. If you're in one of them big office blocks where there's multiple companies and so forth, why not speak to the secretary? Can I leave a bucket here? Can I leave this here? Can I leave that here?
Do you know what? It all comes down to how committed you are to doing this.
Definitely.
You could be committed for the next 5 minutes, get that inspiration, but then that dies down. All right? It really does boil down to how committed you are to whenever you do see videos like this or the videos that we've seen during the breaks. Haji Yasser, how important, let's move away from the water wells for just a second, but looking at the iftar packs, and especially being the month of Ramadan, how important is that, the iftar packs, when it comes to those who are less fortunate than us?
I think it's, as we mentioned before, that there are people that are fasting, but as well as they're fasting, they know that once it becomes Maghrib, they don't have anything to break their fast with. So it's literally fasting, but instead of it being 15 hours, 16 hours, it's 24 hours. They have nothing to drink, they have nothing to eat. So why we push and we tell you donate to iftar pack if you can, is that so you can provide a meal, you can provide someone the iftar that they need to break their fast. Because there are some that don't have the privilege of breaking their fast. And rather than even drinking anything or eating anything, they're just continuing to starve themselves. And this isn't new to them. This isn't new to them. As I said in some of these videos, Sayyid Muhsin, you ask them, how have you prepared for Shahr Ramadan? And they're like, what are you talking about? Once you leave this building, my house, I don't even know what I'm going to make for dinner. I need to check what I have. But you're asking me for Ramadan.
Yes, I'll tell you, I went to this one place, it was in Hur, which is very close to Karbala. And they had some vegetables, but they were gone off.
Yes.
They were rotting.
Yes.
And I was like, is this what you have to eat? He goes, yeah, we can't afford fresh fruit. We have to go for the rotten fruit, which they're throwing away. And we use that to make salads and stuff like that.
That's absolutely amazing. Just as you guys were talking, we've had £30, £5, £30, and another £30 has come through. Wa Ali Muhammad. On that note, and what you mentioned is very, very important in terms of the commitment to those who are less fortunate than us. Imam as-Sadiq says, the Muslim's right upon another Muslim is that he must not be full and his brother remains hungry. He must not have his thirst quenched whilst his brother remains thirsty. It doesn't mean that I go on hunger strike until all of the people that don't have food are sustained. It just means that is how severe and that is how serious the Imams are taking in terms of you having that commitment to those who are less fortunate than you. That actually he says that the right of a Muslim upon us is that I am full and so is the other brother has to be full.
I guess it's like emphasizing the responsibility that we have as a Muslim community and as an ummah on other members of the ummah. I think there's something similar about your neighbor, that you're not even allowed to have food if your neighbor hasn't got any food. In fact, you're supposed to give your food to your neighbor, and they should eat before you eat. So as a Muslim community, brothers and sisters, it is our responsibility to take care of the less fortunate. And you can do that tonight by picking up the phone 0203 515 1122.
Do you want to give us a quick reminder of what's actually inside the packs?
Yeah, sure. With the iftar pack, they receive a pack where they'll have rice, flour, oil, there's lentils, vegetables, fruits, there's spices, there's tea, there's dried lemons, there's also fruit, vegetables, there's meat, there's eggs, there's pasta, there's so many essentials, and we try to go for the long life essentials. So you know, these things don't go off quickly, and they can store them and they can use them throughout the whole month of Ramadan. This is what's available, and it's only £30. Now £30 is what some people spend on their lunch. You know, it's not much, but £30 in Iraq will help a family, you know, feed for more than one day during the holy month of Ramadan.
Absolutely. And in terms of the £50 for orphans?
£50 for orphans will give an orphan you know, money to buy clothes, school equipment, help towards tuition fees, and also travelling from home to school. And if need be, utilities in the house and so forth, and maybe rent and things like that.
Because
to lessen the burden, the financial burden in the household.
Because most of these orphans, they're orphans because their fathers maybe had to go out into war, or their fathers died at a younger age. And so they're orphans, and they are now the breadwinners. And the breadwinners at what, 8, 9, 10 years old? We're not talking about 25, 26.
And then I asked you as well, Mr. Father, 8, 9, 10-year-old, what job can they do?
What can they do? Other than go out and begging?
Go out and begging, pushing carts, maybe an assistant, mechanics or something like that. There's not much available. And even if they're going to work, how much are they going to earn? Who's going to pay them a man's wage?
And that's why education is important, so that they can get an education to try and change the situation that they're living in. Change the politics. Why not? Let them get an education, get into politics, and change what is actually happening to them, so that they can live better lives, because they deserve it as much as we deserve it. Why do we deserve it and they don't?
See, Father, I was saying this before. Look at these children here. Each one. Don't look at them as orphans. But look, that one's a nurse. That one's a doctor. That one's a pilot. That one's an engineer. That one's a scientist. That one's an inventor. That one's going to be a politician. There's so much potential with these children and these orphans.
Absolutely.
And you know what? The options are limitless, but they just need your help and your support.
Brothers and sisters, we aimed for 5 water wells. Alhamdulillah, we got 3. Right? So we got 3 today. We're more than halfway, although we can't get half because of the number of 5. But yeah, right? Yeah, we can't get 5. Anyway, the whole point is we got 3. We aimed for 5, we got 3, right? At the beginning of the day, I don't know how much we aimed for, but we didn't really get anything. But all of a sudden there was a spark, and something came through, and the brothers and sisters, they all responded to the call, and the water wells came through. We want you to, inshallah, pledge not just a water well, but if it's an iftar pack, that's £30, £50 for orphans, whichever cause really resonates with you, whichever cause really breaks your heart, that's absolutely fine. Because there are many benefits, both Islamically, both psychologically, if you want to donate. Shabir mentioned before the break that it's almost addictive now. Whenever you see that smile after you give something, it's an addiction, and he wants to continuously give. I hope that you guys get addicted to charity. Why not? Any last words, Hajj Yasser?
I think that everyone should pick up the phone 0203 515 1122, and just talk to our staff members, talk to our volunteers. Ask the questions that you have in your head that you need to be answered to have that final push to donate. Ask, where is this going? What's the water well going to do? Maybe we haven't answered your questions and you have that final question you need to answer before you can donate. Well, our staff members, our volunteers are ready to do that. And one last thing I wanted to say, Mullah, is that we might be focusing on the water wells, we might be focusing on a specific campaign, but brothers and sisters, anything you donate, whether it's £1 to £1,400, know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees what you're doing and shall reward you. Sayyid Mahsin.
Inshallah. Sayyid
I would like
Mahsin.
to say from Bihar al-Anwar, volume 74, page 392, from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, attract sustenance by giving to charity. Don't think giving to charity you're losing. No, in fact you're gaining more. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you more in order to give more and more. And inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you the risk and the financial ability to be able to give 10 water wells. Inshallah. Brothers and sisters, the phone lines will carry on being open, and if not, then go to www.imamhusseincharity.com.
Fear not. That's what it is. Don't fear. When you look at your bank balance and think, wow, I can't really spend. No, you can. Trust me, you can. Everyone has the spare 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds that they can push towards those who are less fortunate. On that note, we do have to go. It's been an amazing show so far. I want to thank Haji Yasser for his presence. Sayyid Mohsin, I don't need to thank you. You're part of the team. You're part of the show.
Thank you, Mr. Father.
But thank you. One last note for the dear viewers is that if you are incentivized or you need an incentive to donate, the competition is still ongoing up until about 8:30 p.m. UK time, when the lines will close for the previous question. Today's question is, which prophet could speak to animals? Which prophet could speak to animals? Send in your name, your location, well not location, your name, where you're messaging from, the answer, and proof of donation. £5 minimum entry will enter you into the raffle, into the draw. Tomorrow, inshallah, we will pick out a winner and reveal the winner. Today's winner was, if I'm not mistaken, Mehdi Jawad from Hull, if I'm not mistaken. He has won a jewelry set and he will receive that very, very soon. The last push is that the flag of Imam Hussein alayhi salam is still open. We're going to roll that on to tomorrow's show. Inshallah. So it's still available to win, still available to receive as a gift whenever you donate to the cause. On that note, inshallah, we'll see you tomorrow. Imam Hussein alayhi salam stood on the land of Karbala and he said to everyone out there, Hal min nasirin yansurana, is there anyone out there to help us? 14 centuries later, you, my dear brothers and sisters, are answering that call. But we continuously need to answer the call of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, because that call of Hal min nasirin yansurana actually means, is there anyone out there to help us? Help the cause of the Ahlul Bayt, help the orphans, help those in need, and inshallah we'll see you tomorrow. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
والله ما قصتي عند هذا، انا عند هذول جهال ابني وبنات وعند هذول ولد اثنين، ولقيت قواطي ولقيت حدايد ومعشتهم معيشه ماطب. شوف هسه هذا الصف المر عليه، كان اشتري فرج، هاي الثلاجه عاطله، ذيك عاطله مذبوبات، لا غساله لا جيزر، كل شيء ما عندي. هاي الرطوبه وهاي الطينه، كل شيء ما عندي، واليوم طحينه ما عندي. اليوم 10 طحين ما عندي، شاهد الله شهاده. ورحت لهذا بطحت منه، اخذ بالدين وما اعطاني. طحينه لا عندي، وعندي جهال كوما. ولد ابني ما اقول لك ولدي، ابوهم مسجون ما عنده غيره هو هالواحد هذا. كل شيء ما عندي. وانا مساعدتكم. قلت لك اليوم شاهد الله شهاده، اليوم طحينه عشاء ما عندي.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm in Shakur, which is just outside the main city of Karbala. I'm with Amir and her grandson, and she's given a heartbreaking story of how her son is married with 2 boys but is no longer with them, and the struggles that she's facing is that there's no man in the house to work, and she has to go and collect materials from landfill and stuff to see if she can sell it for whatever she can. And with the money she's making, she can only buy certain things at a time. For example, if she makes 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 in one day, a simple gas canister alone is going to cost 7,000. So there's no money left to purchase food or medicine or even to send children to school. This house is very small because it was all that they could afford in installments. They couldn't even pay for it in one go. They had to liaise and negotiate and then pay in installments. Even when they purchased the roof was paid in installments, so they only got it bit by bit and so forth. Just a second ago it was raining and you could hear it was so loud, the rain, simply because the roof is made out of thin plastic sheets, which even a heavy wind could blow it away. So brothers and sisters, a family like this is in desperate need of your help. And it's with Imam Hussein Charity that we are able to help families like this, whether it is to do with giving them clothes, giving them food, medicine, helping educate their children. Please donate and help families like this in order for them to prosper and see a better future. Imam Hussein Charity is giving you the chance to provide food baskets for destitute and impoverished families all over Iraq and Afghanistan. So let's see what your donation gets, Ali. We have oil, tomato paste, we have tahini, lentils, sugar, tea, pasta, tuna cans, salt, dates, rice. She would also be receiving fruit, vegetable and meats, and that comes fresh on the day delivery and only costs £30. Brothers and sisters, you can pay via bank transfer, PayPal, or you can visit www.imamhusseincharity.com.
Your donation can make a world of difference in the life of a hungry child.
These orphans need your help and require your assistance. Don't let any of these orphans go hungry this Ramadan. Please donate.
Don't let this be the end. Keep the hope alive.
Imam Hussein Charity is giving you the chance to provide food baskets for destitute and impoverished families all over Iraq and Afghanistan. Each basket costs around £30, $35 roughly, and can feed a family of 4. The food basket contains essentials such as flour, bread, tomato puree, oil. They get different spices as well, salt, pepper, even like cinnamon. You get lentils, you get different vegetables, meats, dates, tea, dried lemons, and not forgetting rice. Take advantage of this blessed month and help destitute and impoverished families. You can pay via bank transfer, PayPal, or visit us at www.imamhusseincharity.com.
Give the gift of a healthy meal to a family in need by donating to our Food Basket campaign.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are in the blessed holy month of Ramadan, and there is no better time than now to give to the needy in Iraq. Imam Hussein Charity is giving you the chance to provide food baskets